Hello, everybody in the world of make-believe, or video games ain't real, but my God, we think they are because, you know, graphics have changed. Trust me, if you look on my YouTube channel and you see those games compared to what I just played right here, ain't the same, right? Anyway, here's the thing about this video. It's not gonna get changed. It's just not, because whenever you add something to a game, they're not gonna change it. So the only changement I would do is eliminate. Put the lifeline back at 1 and make the Arctic barrier, use it 3 times only, just like any other weapon, not unlimited, and that would change the whole gameplay of this game. So I figured I had to say that. That's what this video is about, is to eliminate. Here, let me show you what we're going to eliminate. What do we want to eliminate? Let me show you. But not here. All right, where's it at? Right here. Let's eliminate. See, I don't use that. Okay. Eliminate the Phoenix pod. That's the name of it. The Phoenix pod. Eliminate that to 1, because that's what it was when you first started playing this game. If you didn't know, you only got 1 of those. 1. So, yeah, eliminate that down to 1, and then the Arctic barrier, make it be used 3 times, just like any other weapon. When you use it up, you used it up. If you can do that, that'd be great, because that's what kind of ruins games. Players go in with this, they pull the trigger, it completely destroys everything, or stops you, allows you to run in completely. Yeah, go ahead and use it, but you can only use it 3 times. And if you use it your 3rd time, then you're shit out of luck. Same for this Lodestar shield. I don't use these 2 items. I don't use them. I don't use them because I think it's a cheat. Because it's unlimited, you shouldn't have to have something unlimited. You should be able to use something up or have to go get something back. What I mean is, when you shoot your weapon like a gun, yeah, it goes inside someone's map. Well, you have to go either retrieve it or try to find a way to get it back, because that's what it's all about, is getting it back. The Arctic barrier should only be used 3 times. It shouldn't. There is no other weapon in the game that you carry except for the sledge blade. That the sledge blade, you can use it over and over again, but you have to be personal with it. Physical, personal means get up on something and whack it. The Arctic barrier is something you don't have to whack. You just pull the trigger and everything just gets. You just got a barrier around you. The sledge blade, you have to be personal. You have to go up and, even though it's unlimited, you got to go up and swing at something. So you have to get on something to hit it. The Arctic barrier is not like that. It's, you pull the trigger and whatever tries to attack you gets buried out. So I just think that having something unlimited, that's a weapon that completely stops everything in the map, should be limited to 3 uses. Same for the Lodestar shield. So, I mean, that's what I believe. Cannon back ain't no big thing about that. 4 full bullets. The Falcon 15, I call it the 15. That's all right. Have 3 bolts on it, or 15 bolts, and then they get 25, 23 bolts when you use the scatter shot. Scatter shot's the best weapon in the game. I'll show you what that is. Volt Lancer, yeah, 3 bullets. I use that. And what do I not use? I don't use this, or the Phoenix pod. I don't use this. Why? Because it's a type of cheat. You should have to die like everyone else and have to start over. You shouldn't have to die inside of a map, but keep going because you are using that. You should start it all over and do it that way. Everybody uses one of those. I don't use it. That's why I have so many deaths, because I don't use it. I don't want to have to throw a lifeline down to save myself because your map's so fucking strong. No, I go in there because I can prove myself without using that. Yeah, I died 20 times, whatever, but that I'll take it. That's what the game's about. Meet your maker. You met him. You met your death. Do it again. It makes you, here's what it does. It makes you a better player. It really does. And I'm a good player because I do what I just told you. I don't use that. It makes you a better player when you don't use that, because if you use that, you're relying on it and you're just trying to get through the map. Try getting through it without that and learning how to play the map where you have to find a way to beat each thing. Then you become good. I play a lot of maps and maybe die 3 or 4 times, and that is in a brutal map. Yeah, brutal. It's not, yeah. So, yeah, take that out of the game. Or no, not the Arctic barrier. You take the Arctic barrier and make it 3 uses. 3 uses on that, and then it's over with. Now, if you die, yeah, you get to use it again 3 uses. But as long as you're alive in the map, you should only get to use it 3 times. Just like any other weapon. And then the Phoenix pod should be down to 1. Should only get to use it once. And if you fuck up, then you're dead. Fred, for good. Then you got to start the map over. See, what they did was they added 2 more, which really allows you to get through the game. Or just eliminate the 3rd one and make it 2. See, it used to be 2, and then they added another one. So they gave in to the game. If we was to play this game without any of these things they added to the game, because what you guys don't know is if you're watching this video and you just bought this game or you've only been playing it for 6 months, let me tell you something. This game did not have all these updates, like all these tools to get through the game. Like, for example, you know, being able to grapple faster. All those specialties of power-ups was not in this game. They was not in this game. They were added like beginning of the year of 2024. Now let me show you what I mean by that, okay? So the Arctic barrier was in the game. This was in the game when it all started. Everything you see here was in the game when the game first came out, okay? You see this? This is how I'm going to tell you. All this was in the game. This Arctic barrier was in the game. This lodestar was not. The sledge blade was in the game. This was in the game. The demolition cannon was not in the game at the time, but only this, and the Arctic barrier was in the game. The lone shield wasn't in there at the time. And these weapons down here was in the game at the time. That was it. That's all you had. There wasn't no specialty weapons, add this to this and all that. There wasn't no get an extra more 2 bullets to go into your map with. There wasn't none of that. Oh, here we go, like this for the enhancements. That's what they're called. None of this right here was in the game at all. None of it. The best weapon in the game is the cluster shot. It is. It's the best weapon. Matter of fact, it's better than the Arctic barrier because you can use it to destroy everything without even going into the map. That's why it's the best weapon in the game. And it is. If you can stand at the door and just shoot everything up, you can walk in it. You can walk right in the map without dying. The problem is you don't get those. They're very, very, very rare. See, I got one. 4 uses. You better keep it when you really need it because you'll lose it if you don't. I had to use it in someone's map because, well, there was a time I couldn't beat it, so I had to use it. There's maps that I've had and struggled in. So, yeah, that's the best weapon in the game. And the hazard resistance, I really never used it, but, man, it really helps when you're in the cubes. When you got a lot of corrosive cubes around, the hazard thing is really good. I really never paid attention to that, and I started using it. I was like, wow, these really help. But remember, folks, none of this existed when this game first came out. It never existed. It was like 6 months later they started adding things to the game. So, yeah, this game used to be rough before they added shit to it. So if you think you got it easy now, you died when this game came out. You died. Everybody did. There was no fucking way you walked in someone's map without coming out with a death. So until then, thanks for watching. I know this is kind of a different video. It's not playing. It's just showing you what I think should be done, but they're not going to change anything. It's not going to get changed. Make the Arctic barrier use 3 times, and change the Phoenix pod back down to 1, but they won't do that. They don't change games when they add something. All right, and all this can stay the same. I don't care, because it really don't matter. It's just these other 2 weapons allow you to get through too easy. It's too easy. So make this unlimited 3 times, and you should eliminate the Phoenix pod to 1 death. And matter of fact, I didn't click that to do that. I was just doing it. But this is what I use. Whoop, not that. Here's my setup. The Volt Lancer. That's it. And I use a Sledge Blade. I don't use that. And then we come down here. Blast Grenade and the Flash Barrier. That's the only 2 items. I don't even use a Spike Drive. I've only used it like twice. The Flash Barrier and the Blast Grenade is the only ones I use. And you can say anything you want about the Flash Barrier. You know why? Because even if you use that and all of a sudden something happens, you're still going to die. You only get 3 uses of that, or 2 uses. So that's the way the Phoenix pod should be. It should be 2 uses instead of 3. And yeah. And the Arctic Barrier should be used 3 times, and that's it. If you die, then it starts over. You think I'm bitching? No, I'm just saying that makes a big difference in the gameplay, because I don't even use it. I don't care what you say. I don't use it. I'll be honest, and I won't sound hypocritical. I had to use the Lifeline in someone's map only twice. I played over 2,000 maps, and I've never had to use it before after that. So anyway, I just want to make a quick video about this. You can say what you want about what I think about it, but it's true. And it would make a big difference in the game output. People would start dying, because that's what I want to see. I see people going in my map, and I make a really good map, and they just come out like it ain't nothing. And I want to see, I like to see that change, but they're not going to change it. So I got to do, that's why I make my map where it takes your weapon away. If you ever notice that, I make mine to take your weapon away, because it makes you have to come in and get it. So do me a favor. Come in and get it if you think you can, you sucker. Until then, that's my attitude. See you next time. Don't get it twisted. And if you do, you'll see me. And you'll know my name, because it says it right up there. Dr. Mix Games on YouTube. And you better believe it. I'm going to come in and dominion your place. All right. So you better make a really good place, because I'm looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to it. I really am. I really, 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 really am. And I'll see you when I see you next time. Yabba dabba doo.